Hello everybody and welcome to my annual Christmas update video of 2019. I always do one of these every year since I am doing this for not only you guys on YouTube, but a little part of this is also going to be going up on Facebook too. Actually, I'm just going to be sharing the whole video there. Why not just go ahead and say hello? So what can I say about 2019? Well, 2019 has been a sort of mediocre year for me, really. What started out as a small break turned back into when I came back after that little incident in 2018 with my old game group, and then came back and felt much stronger than ever. That break was also very well needed for me, because after doing this since 2010, I definitely needed a break from everything, and it was well needed. And I'm glad I came back and finished what projects was left behind, and came back, booyah. And I didn't really write a script for all this. I'm just going off the top of my head, but then again, I do that for any vlog. So what can I say about 2019? Well, of course, with all those vlogs I did earlier, my stream week of the year did not go so well because of what time I had planned to do it, and it could have been better scheduled, but I definitely feel like next year I'll definitely schedule it a little better just so everybody can show up. I mean, when I have no work during stream week, which is when I usually do it, that's when I feel obligated to just go right into streaming and do it, because I get asked sometimes when I'm going to be streamed. In fact, the last time I was asked about my streaming, I had joined Melee Wizard's stream when he was doing a randomizer of Majora's Mask, and I haven't talked to Melee in a while, but someone asked me if I did, and I said, well, timing has just been really bad lately. A lot of new games have come in. I have played Sword and Shield, and of course, Destiny 2 always will take my mind away from things. And I am recording this before the new season begins, so I'm definitely going to be spending a lot of time on that. And of course, life. Well, life decisions have sort of affected that. It's like, I'm glad some things have slowed down. Like, I didn't want to go back to doing a bowling league like I do every Monday night, because, well, it did upset some people. In the end, I'm just really tired of coming back real late at night. Not late like past midnight, just late to where I just come home, shower, and crash after, because I would go straight there after work, and I'm just so burned out on it, and cost efficient wise, I don't see any profit in it. It did upset some that I didn't continue, but in the end, if I continue, I would just be miserable, and I wasn't having fun anymore. And even though that's what some people say in the group, they get frustrated worse than I do in a video. And you've heard me get really salty. You know, y'all guys know how I am. And there's others life things too. I do have in this video, I do have 2 announcements to put out, and one of them is YouTube related, and another one is personal life related. All of the projects I've done this year, they've done pretty well. I feel like I have felt a rebuilding sort of ways in what I've done. All the classic projects I've done, I can't remember them off the top of my head. Well, some of them I can't remember. Second Chance was really good. I can't remember the last one I did before that was Glory Squad. It's hit or miss with me, but I am enjoying it in the end. And I keep on noticing why no one's commenting on Dust and Elysian Tale. It's a Metroidvania game, and that's what I wanted to continue with the theme after doing Metroid Phazon, the ROM hack, and then doing the fan-made AM2R, Return of Samus. I wanted to keep up with doing Metroidvania games, and that was the theme with going along. I may do another Metroidvania game. There's still others I want to play. And that's just what I've noticed. I do have a big quest plan after Glory Squad, like one bigger than it itself. I mean, Glory Squad, by the way it sounds, it feels like it's going to be an Isle of Rebirth. Length, not difficult. And you guys already heard what I said about Isle of Rebirth. But, yeah. And, of course, in real life terms, of course, the reason y'all know why I did leave that old clan was because of some misunderstand saying and someone took it wrong. Now, in this current game group that I'm in, let me fix my monitor here fix my camera here for a minute. Oh, there we go. I was getting concerned about it. Now, this new group that I'm in, I'm so thankful that they accepted me in, and you guys know my acceptance issue I suffer. They just accepted me in welcoming arms from the beginning, and it was such a good, healthy place for me, because after leaving that other group, it felt like a weight was off my shoulders, because that old group, after that little mishap, I will say this, the mishap was because they thought I said a sexist remark. I said this to my new game group. They agree with me. Now I'm gonna say what I said. If it's sexist, I'm sorry, but if y'all understand. Basically, we were playing Destiny 2, and we were doing a raid, which is basically 6 people solving puzzles, beating the boss, whatever. And we were in an area where it's very easy to get lost in. And it was all guys in that group at the time. In the chat, and I said that men don't ask for directions, women do. I said that to my new game group, and there was even a woman in there, and she says, well, I'm not offended. And all the guys went, you ain't wrong, that's what happens too. And a lot of these guys are married, or married or with significant others, and they get it. They totally get it, and that's what I love about this new group. The old group took that wrong, and then they just shut me down completely. They didn't want to play with me anymore. And every time I would want to do something, they would just do it behind my back. But this new game group, and another encounter happened to where my frustrations happened. And someone just reported it to the leader that there was frustrations. Just he didn't like that. And then the leader came to me saying like, hey, we've heard complaints about that, and we don't want this to be a toxic place. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Not again. And then the guy who admitted the whole thing said, that wasn't about you, me, to be exact. That was in general. I was like, oh, thank goodness I do not need this again. It felt a whole lot better once he cleared it up. I was like, thank you. That's why, I will let my new game group know. To y'all, thank y'all for accepting me in. It's made me feel a lot better to be welcomed into a group that loves the same game that I do, and I like that we can hang out a lot. Pretty much almost every time. And y'all people have let me in with welcome arms. I'm sure my frustrations are funny at times, and they can be bothersome. If that is, I'm sorry, but in the end, I appreciate y'all 100%. I thank y'all. I can't thank y'all enough. As far as the whole acceptance thing goes, it's still something I suffer a lot. It's like if I don't feel let me just clear up how it works for those that don't know. So to feel accepted, I need to have some people approach me like they're talking to me like a friendly person does. If I find you talking to everybody else in my group, but you don't say hello to me or talk to me or anything, then I know I am not accepted to you. This suffers in real life too. Whenever like a family member brings in someone new, then that person will say hello to everybody, but they didn't say hello to me. When they finally said something to me, I made a little joke about it, and then they got all upset, and they said it's called being a coward to expect a hello. Well, science-wise, this is my symbol for that works both ways. I don't feel accepted amongst that person because they're fine with saying hello to everybody, but to me, no. So science-wise, that's how it works. I don't feel accepted amongst you, and that's why you'll never get a hello. You're coming into our world, and I'm already in it, and you're just gonna surpass one gate. That's just the way I see it. I wish a lot of things were accepted among my family. Now, let me just point this out right now. I love my family. I wouldn't live without them. I wouldn't trade any moment with them. But of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have it. There's a lot of problems with the family. For starters, anything YouTube related, they just brush it off. Like what you see me in right now, aside from this, I will have a subject on my favorite baseball team. They would not like of me wearing this kind of stuff. I was going to wear another one. Like I did get some more hats from that creator I've on a deal with. This is a Raikou hat. I was going to wear it, but ooh, it's so big. But I just decided to stick with my old simple Pikachu hat. But I've been told that no one really likes... I've been told that my clothes that I wear a lot are often criticized. Like, I don't care what people think. Like, this is me. I'm a gamer at heart. And if I want to wear gaming shirts, then I will wear them. There shouldn't be any problem with them. Every time I go out somewhere and I'm around certain family members, I'm like, you gonna wear that? I'm not trying to meet anyone. I'm just trying to be myself. Speaking of meeting someone, yes, you guys know about that loneliness vlog I made before, and well, that still continues to be a thing. In that vlog, I mentioned about my strained friendship with Richter Belmont 12. It looked like things were rebuilding. He is in that old group I was in, and recently I just said congratulations to him for reaching 5,000 subs. I mean, the guy deserves it. Part of me feels like, though, I've been cheated by some members of the LP community, because you guys know I lost my channel in 2017 and I didn't get the support back I wanted. Like, no one was out there supporting my channel after losing it, and that's what I did not like about that. I wish I had gotten more support back to get back to where I was. I was at 700. I was almost at 800 subs. Now I'm back to like below 200, and it's still growing at the same rate the other one was. Our friendship looked like it was going to blossom back to the way it was during our old days when Borderlands 3 came out. It looked that good, but once more Destiny 2 stuff came by, down it went. It just fell apart in the end. And now it's back to what it was back during that old game group days. And of course, I mentioned in there about my potential to just give up on love in general. Well, of course, you guys remember these, right? Well, I found the other one. The other time I didn't have the other one, I found it. This is what I'm waiting on, to give somebody this second heart to. I have one for me and one who I potentially give to. And this is actually one of the announcements I wanted to bring up. So all my times I've been trying to find someone, 2017 was ideally the worst year for me. Got cheated on twice. Like, even though my status has never changed, I still consider it cheating because we were talking for 8 months, and all of a sudden behind my back they changed their status with somebody else, not even telling me. That's cheating. And someone else, and a lot of others did. One of the others did cheat, and some gave up on me, or distance got the best of us, or anything. So, and I didn't have much successful afterwards. All that happened. Like, I've been searching all over. And basically, with all this that I have, my dream of finding somebody is still active. However, one of the big announcements that is real life for me is I am giving up. Not on love in general, but on searching. Through all the bad luck I've had, I just don't feel like searching anymore. Well, maybe my mind will change at some points, but I feel like it's been hurting me trying to find somebody to be in a relationship with in the future. I'm sure you guys didn't know this, but I have a big straw chewing issue that I pretend to smoke with. This is my stress reliever. If you don't like it, too bad. Through all those times, like 2017, like I said, was the worst. It was not getting any better before or after. So I do feel like no longer searching is going to help me focus more on myself and not worry about it. Now, I did state that it's not something I'm closing the book on. If anybody's thinking I'm giving up on it in general, no. It's just searching, and I have reasons for this. I mean, when it comes to asking out somebody in real life, it's always been something I've been dreading because, for starters, I feel sort of pressured when I'm around somebody to say, hey, you should go ask her out, you should go ask her out. I feel so pressured, I don't know what to say. Now, the last time I asked out somebody in physically asked them out, I was 26. The girl was 17. In my defense, she looked 23. Now, I know it's not right to do that, so I just walked out of the area. Felt awkward because I really wanted to, but I didn't see him again for a bit, and I just felt awkward and walked out, and then never went to that place again. That's what I don't like about asking somebody in real life, because when I'm around people who pressure it. If I'm around people who pressure it, then I'm just gonna shut down and not do it. I have to be by myself to do it. And of course, I don't know other details. I don't know if they have somebody, which does matter. I'm getting tired. That's one pet peeve I have, are people trying to pressure me to talk to somebody who already is taken. If they're taken, I'm trying not to curse in this video because tough luck. I'm trying not to curse in this video because it's going on Facebook. I'm trying to keep that minimal. All I can say is tough luck. I'm not going to ask that person out. I also don't date anybody older than me, so I don't know how old they are. Those are the only two things that I can't determine just by looking at somebody. Well, now. So that's why I don't ever like to ask anyone out unless I know details. Otherwise, I'm just going into the fire with it. And believe me, I get criticized a lot about it. But believe me, I would rather wait until I find the right person than be doing something stupid 20 years from now. I feel like the hunt is over for me for now until I feel confident to get back into it and all that. In the end, I am putting it in God's hands. Now, I never talk religion or anything in my vids because I always feel like it's a touchy subject. Sort of like politics. I never talk politics because I don't like arguments, and with politics, there's no right answer. I wish people would understand that and not try and force it upon me. If I don't want to talk about something, drop it. It's not that hard to do. So, for religion, if you're sensitive about it, I'm sorry, but I will say this, that I am Christian, and I believe in God, and my search for love, I'm going to put that in God's hands. He will determine when the time is right for me. So yeah, that's one big announcement. Another one I'll come up to a little bit soon. 2019 also could have been a lot better if if my Astros did win the World Series. I mean, I was so happy for them to make it in, and but unfortunately they came up short in the final game. I still support them and everything, and they tried their best. But go Astros! Y'all did y'all's best. They're not gonna watch this, I'm pretty sure, but they did their best, and I couldn't be more proud. That's what made 2017 go from a bad year to a very good year when they won the World Series. So, yeah, that was definitely good to see him in there, but tough luck on losing. Could have been a good time, but oh well. Like, just so many frustrations I had to deal with. And like I said on that whole love thing, like I don't even know if I'll be comfortable hanging around multiple couples because I don't want to feel like an odd wheel around people. Like I don't mind it when it's family. Like on my dad's side, a cousin of mine did get engaged, and I couldn't be any more happy for him because he was struggling just as much as I was, and now he's a lot happier, and I couldn't be any more proud of him since he's a good guy. He's definitely a good man. Well, my mom's side, though, I had a lot more connections with that side, but it's sort of different now. I did done some co-op projects with those cousins of mine, and then co-op projects is kind of the other big announcement I want to make. Co-op projects was something I always did, but time constraints always prevented us from finishing them. And lately, with an addition of another person in one of their lives, I don't feel like I can ever get to do them because it sounds like they just don't approve of it. That's the vibe I'm getting. I mean, like I wanted to play something with them, and they were like, "No, I can't believe you're getting back into this." I'm like, well then, that's all my golden days down the drain. My golden days with my cousin involves games, and nowadays, no. Like we don't play the same things anymore. We're not on the same systems. That bondness has faded severely, and I wish it hadn't because that's always something we had a good common interest with. But unfortunately, that bondness has faded, and now it's all about sports and fitness. Like, I'm not a buff dude myself. Like, I'm still the same as I've always been, which some people really don't like. They think he's still a child at heart. Well, I'd rather keep this life than do something I don't approve of, or I just am not interested in. Like, I want to be me and be happy and accepted. Is it very hard for me to be happy? It feels like it is. I just wish that the whole acceptance thing carried over. Like, no one would ever question or anything. And one other thing, since this is going up on Facebook, if you have a problem with me, do not talk to my mom. Talk to me. If you got a problem with me, do not go around the gate and talk to her. Talk to me. I'm the problem, not her. Don't drag her down with it. I love my mom, and she does not deserve any of this. My mom has done so much for me, and I've done so much for her. We may have our arguments in the end, but in the end it is love. I would never hated my mom once. Except when you're a kid and you say I hate you, but you never really mean that. I made the choice to stay here at home with her and help her out. Nothing else did. I was not forced upon or anything. And one other thing in terms of Facebook, if I'm ranting about something, this happened before. In 2010, when I started my channel, when I was starting looking for a job, I didn't take until 3 years to land the job I have now. I was getting pestered a lot with being asked, when are you going to get a job? When are you going to get a job? Are you looking for one? What are you applying for? I put up a freaking post on Facebook saying, I'm getting tired of it. Stop it. Apparently, that was mistakenly thought of as a call for help. Listen here. Nothing is a call for help. It's just being direct. stop pestering me. You're trying to make me uncomfortable. So in the end, it just seems like now that I have this job and everything going right, and I have a car too and everything, now people are asking, pestering me, when am I going to find someone? Well, as I said earlier in this video, I'm putting it in someone else's hands. God's hands. He will decide what is right. I just wish I did not have to deal with arguments about that. I've set in stone. I've made my decisions. This is all my choice. That's what I want to do. It's making me happy. Do you not like it when I'm happy? It feels like my happiness means nothing. And it seems like I'm always miserable. Miserable whenever people just contradict anything about me. I feel that way. And so that's why happiness is so rare for me much these days. This is how I handle straws and stress, guys. Like, I like smoking, but I don't like smoking, if that makes sense. Like, I like the look of smoking, but I don't want to deal with the nicotine or anything. People actually hate this, you know. They're like, oh, quit smoking. I'm like, I'm not literally smoking. I just like to pretend. I just like the look of it. And since I will never actually smoke or do anything harmful to my body, no. That's another thing. Drinking. I don't drink. Well, I don't drink heavily. The only things I will have are wine coolers and hard apple cider. I'm surrounded by people who like to drink for fun. Well, I don't like that, and I don't like being dragged in order to drink. Like, I've had a family member come up to me and have a drink in his hand and say, "Here, taste this." And I say, "No thanks," and he keeps on putting it on me, and like he won't get it out of my face. And I say, "Quit peer pressuring me into doing that." And he says, "It's not peer pressure if it's family." Bull crap. It is not peer pressure. It's the same thing no matter what. Just with family, it's worse. And I don't like being around drunk people. Now, even though the last PAX South I went to this year, I went with my buddies, well, a couple of them did get too drunk and it got too crazy, and I just couldn't handle it. I went to the bathroom crying because I'm like, I did not want this to happen. They did apologize in the end because I did not like it. That's why I don't like being around drunk people, because it's out of my hands. They're not going to listen to you. They're just going to go crazy. I don't feel like I should need to have fun with a drink in my hand. If I don't want to drink, I don't want to drink. The other thing is, I just don't like the taste of alcohol. Too much, that is. I don't mind a little sip or something, but the taste will get to me, and I'm like, won't like it anymore. You know, I've only been looped once, and I don't like it. So that's just I wish people understood that, and I wish people took more interest in what I do. Like, I tried to introduce my family to the board game Arkham Horror, but every Christmas we have this tradition where we play dominoes, like certain games. I only like playing straight domino. I don't like playing any other game in the domino lineup. And they try and get me to learn. I'm like, I don't want to learn. I would rather play straight domino or anything. Y'all go ahead and play and do all that. And then they try and play like, what's the family excuse? Every time I do that, I wish people took more, at least respected what I did. You know, I wish I had more respect in what I do. Like, YouTube has always been a saving grace for me. Like, I love entertaining for you all. And even though we've had some problems with the comments and my sayings, let's clear the air of that right now and start 2020 fresh. That's what I want to do. And so, yeah, and the other announcement I was going to make, following the fact that I could not, it was about the co-op projects, following the fact that time constraints with doing much of them and everything, co-op projects are not going to happen for a while. I actually, at the end of this video, I have a little bit of a tribute to all the co-op projects I've done, and 3 of them that are canceled. I did make the videos for them, but they are shut down. One of them is not really a co-op project. It's more of a co-op playthrough. Like, we're playing the same game together, but we're just being like, okay, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. You'll know which one it is. And since there's been a lot of fall with even trying to get to play a game with somebody, that's just why I decided to just close the book on doing any co-op projects. Me booking them, at least. Like, I'll still do a co-op project if somebody involves me into it, but me booking one, no, that's not gonna happen. It's just too much work. And plus, if this was like earlier in the time when getting people to do something when I didn't have a job, then it would have been easier. But nowadays it's very hard to do. People have lives, I understand. It's just it's just very hard to come by. I can't believe I've been talking for over 30 minutes. This is the longest vlog I've ever had to do. Well, what can I say? I've had so much to talk about: real life, YouTube life, and everything. I can't thank you guys enough for sticking by me since the very beginning, 2010. If you just came to me when I started the second channel, thank you. YouTube has always been a happiness area for me, and I could not ask for a better hobby or anything. Will I ever stream again? Until I feel comfortable with a reliable schedule. Stream week will definitely be a time when I do it. And yeah, I hope you guys keep looking forward to projects. All the co-op projects I have in that tribute video, they will be uploaded after Omega Randomizer. After Randomizer Omega, well, you know what I mean, because the Randomizer Omega is taking away the all the uploads for old projects. After that's done, all my old stuff will be back to schedule. And since old projects are not being made, but they are already set up and everything, I'm going to try, as soon as Randomizer Omega is done, only on weekends will be old projects. New projects are still going to be Monday through Friday, but old projects will be on weekends too. And they'll be uploaded at the same time they normally are, in the middle of the day. I figured, why not just keep trying to get those old videos back up and go from there. I've rambled on so much, I just can't believe I did that. Well, there you go, guys. I'm also going to be adding on to my saying at the end of a project. You'll know the sentence. It's going to be a brand new sentence. To all those that have had a hard time themselves, don't be afraid to talk. I mean, I'm going to put my Discord link in if you want to talk. Welcome to the group. I'm not going to put any other social. I'm not going to put my Facebook link because it exposes my real name, and I don't want that exposed here on YouTube. If anybody on Facebook is watching this, you're okay too. I will share it to y'all, because definitely I have some things to say. But there you go, guys. The two announcements I said is my search for love is on hiatus until the right one comes along. Then I will give this one heart to somebody. And co-op projects are a no-go for a bit. Tribute video, I hope you guys enjoy that. And that's all I have to say. 2020, let's hope it's a monumental better year for me, and we'll just go from there. I thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble on for 35 minutes and enjoy the tribute video. You know the criteria. Leave good comments, subscribe if you haven't, leave a like, follow me on Twitch, and until next time, I'm SC Knuckles, and I will see y'all in my Let's Plays. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and remember, you are loved. See you then, guys.